a similar strategy in some ways.
Yeah, most of the time too, if you look at Wings' lineup, there's going to be a very clear-cut timing to it, whereas Liquid...
Oh, trouble. Right now, Jirax, this could be first blood. Innocence was waiting with a double damage rune, and that will be first blood going the way of Wings.
And that's the beautiful thing right there, right?
Okay, Courier won't be at risk. It's going to be fine. Courier's going to carry that one out. But Innocence is still on the hunt, and he's searching for Kuro.
Yeah, whenever you're running a bounty hunter against a jungler, half of your duty is going to be just sitting on top of him.
Careful with the Courier going back. They know it, Innocent, and now, well, there's your quick snipe. Down on bottom lane, the initiation also came on top of the Battle Rider. Faith, a little bit of trouble, but he's burning line control. Oh, so much napalm! G-Liquid, they're going to look through down there. A double kill for the Battle Rider.
And one of the big things, oh my god, he got a double kill off of that. That was just so insane. Liquid are making so many early mistakes. First of all, the Courier, it was...
It's a Beastmaster and a Vengeful Spirit. You don't have Roar available to you. The Bat Rider's hard to kill just because of the sticky napalm. It just felt like that was one of those desperation moves because they couldn't make anything happen top.
Yeah, Jirax is probably feeling a little bit useless in many ways. He can't do anything about the top lane. It's Phantom Lancer, Keeper of the Light lane. They just spam a lot.
Oh,
he can't do anything to gank
Kuro, this is not good. The channeling starts up. The Illuminate will hit onto Kuro. He'll drop the Sentry Ward down. The Centaur actually stomping out. Thanks to the amount of conversions that were there, Innocent couldn't instantly follow through. This is allowing time for Jirax to rotate over, but the Observer was still giving the vision, and that allows the Queen of Pain to jump forward, bringing down the Kuro Enigma. They move over to Jirax as well. The Bears coming over, trying to help out somehow. The Savage Roar is going to send them back. Ice can't finish the job. Jirax gets into the safety of the tier 2 tower, and Kuro was the only casualty of war.
Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, Mind Control's actually going to be picked up by the lasso, pulled back in. He's already down to half HP, but in order to get this kill, he's going to have to go a bit deeper, and this means Spada can get their turnaround kill.
What a time to arrive with a Roar. They bring in the casualties, but it's still a 1-for-1 trade-off in that offlane.
Yeah, you notice I actually wanted to point out the movement of Jirax if you were probably wondering what he was doing. I think
Kuro's going to make his first rotation near the top lane, but he doesn't have that black hole.
Yeah, and that's obviously necessary for them to...
Got to keep an eye on mid as well. That entangle able to connect on the Queen of Pain. Beastmaster brings in the Roar. They have enough damage. Queen of Pain very quickly picked off. Battle Rider trying to TP in to give a bit of a hand, but it just wasn't fast enough. And you got to keep your eyes now up on top lane. The Dire Observer Ward saw the Keeper of the Light moving forward. Jirax got his stun off. Kuro had one available, but now you see the Wrath of Nature come into play. And Shadow was on the run. Doppelgangering himself away, gets the max range on it too.
Notice what's happening in the mid lane. They're pushing down that tower. Instead of trying to rotate and cut off Shadow, they realize, you know, it's not just worth it trying to go for the Phantom Lancer here. They're just trying to pressure the mid lane tower because it's so important.
It's funny though, because now they stick around a little bit longer. You're having Shadow in a good position to gank it behind both Mind Control as well as Vader. He starts off with that first lance, slowing down the Lone Druid. Innocence is there, but now Savage Roar to the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave taking out that Lone Druid, and they're going to get 2 for... As Jirax dies underneath his tier 1 tower, they may actually have 3 Mind Control. Actually, sticky napalmed up, lassoed into the Firefly. He ain't getting out this one. Queen of Pain will come in for the kill secure. And that's now 8-4, Team Liquid being picked off across the board.
Toby, they win from being able to successfully gank the Queen of Pain, which is so integral to be able to slow down this hero, to giving up a double kill like that. These kind of mistakes from Liquid can't be ignored. They have to be able to address them because they're just allowing Wings to be able to get way
up here. And so they know that there's going to be no sort of response. Liquid are just taking advantage of that. They can even maybe force them back.
That Rider, he's going to trigger the drum charge so we can get a little bit closer, but the damage is already there, and this is a track kill coming the way of Wings. Another thing which we got to keep in mind, the fact that now Wings, they have the Bounty Hunter over level 6.
A small thing, you know, is a small mistake by Kuro getting caught like that, but Track Gold really amplifies small advantage over them.
He's still going to have the 13-minute Blink Dagger. The question is it going to do much if Liquid can get the initiation? They're trying for it now with the smoke movement from Jirax and Kuro. And who do they run into? It's Innocence, who's currently in Viz. Jirax triggers off the dust. It actually does reach over to Innocence, so they see him off. Mind Control moving up as well, and they're bringing in everyone. But Tubberman as well. Innocence will die into the tower. But this Bounty Hunter, that's his first death in 12 minutes.
A pick-off like that,
he's correctly ascertained that his team just isn't going to be flat-out pushing, and they're going to have to kind of win the game through these micro-engagements and allowing Fada to just continue to pick up farm. And Liquid are probably going to now avoid fighting until the next timing, which for them is probably going to mean the Radiance.
Bottom lane, tier 2 tower being denied up by Ice. He'll have to pay a price for it, or will he? No, he will. The Wrath of Nature kicks in, but it's now Mind Control under siege as 3 heroes very quickly from Wings bring in the extra help, and they wait just long enough for Innocence to arrive. That's a track kill with 4 involved Wings heroes.
Beastmaster still gets a Necro 2 out of that, and obviously the progression to the Necro 3 is the most important part for the Beastmaster because you know Wings are are actually, as Blitz is saying, you know, they're in control of the game right now, and Liquid's not going to be looking for those fights, but continuing your item.
Trying to defend it up, even Kuro going for the extra point up in Midnight Pulse early, starts with his stun, Innocence is there, and swap back from G-Rex, very defensive to try and protect the Enigma, but it won't stop Fate. He just goes all the way in until the stun from G-Rex holds him there, but the Sonic Wave able to reach far enough up the hill to kill off the Enigma. So Wings, they do find the one kill. G-Rex also getting hit by that Illuminate doesn't help.
Here too, and Liquid, they just don't have anything that can really fight. They've got the mech from Enigma, but they don't have any real burst
They finally
damage.
find something. It's going to be Innocence, Mind Control. Well, they don't have... Well, yeah, they do have the detection. So from Matoma, he triggers the dust, and now Innocence, he'll be brought down. Even the triggering of the Necro books from Mind Control felt it was worth it.
You could see the progression of strategy here, right, is that once they realize they're able to take...
And you see the strength right here of the lineup once again that we pointed out is you get one pick off, you're immediately pressuring this tier 2 tower.
That entangle. It hits on Fate, the Illuminate, trying to help and dissuade Team Liquid from being underneath this tower. Have they got anything else? Nope, Liquid, they're going to back up safely until Queen of Pain. She'll at least get the pick off on the bear. But the track is over on Fada. You'll see Matumberman TPing out. They need a stun. The Flame Break will provide that. And Fada, he won't be able to escape from this one. Mind Control's already leaving him for dead. And that will be the Aegis Immortal to go. They need to kill him off again. At the same time, Kuro as well as G-Rex is teaming up in the mid to try and add more pressure. It's Fada, who is still being hunted with the Orchid on him. He consumes up very fast. Anthony, he can't even the Savage Roar. He's just buying time while the PL died in middle. Fada is still alive. Finally, he will be brought down. But really, what was the cost?
That was so good of Liquid to be able to capitalize on the mid lane and go for a kill like that on the Phantom Lancer, because that was such a huge blow for them to lose a lone Druid who had the Aegis. He knew that's why he went for the TP out. It was desperate play.
The jump time. Lasso on the Kuro. The follow-up stun's going to be there from G-Rex, but it bought time for Instance to come over with a Shuriken toss, bounce damage. They're going to find the pick off until Matoma. He comes in to help, but now he actually will just turn and be a casualty. G-Rex, can he help him? The stun Matoma finds one. He tries to make a little bit more space with the Sprout, and it's just tit for tat right now. 3 heroes down for either side, and well,
I can't believe Matumberman made that kind of read. The fact that he was able to be like, yeah, we can take that fight. Yes, he ended up dying, but he got 2 kills because of it, and I think that's somewhat worth it.
Yeah, right now this Queen of Pain is going to go for this top push. Eventually you're going to have to deal with her, and this is what you want to do whenever you win any sort of engagement. You want to push out the lanes, make sure that you apply pressure on the other side of the map.
Top lane, G-Rex really exposed. He's going to actually get all of his mana taken away with the blinding light with a Sonic Wave. Vada gets destroyed. G-Rex will join him. And this tier 2 tower will be forfeit.
What was that? Looks like Wings totally set up that trap.
I'm not really sure what Liquid was going to go for there, just because even with
Lone Druid.
The time. Do they have it?
Liquid are going to be able to take a tier 3 of their own. This is going to be a risky trade-off here. They will be able to get the melee racks.
Ice in real trouble. He's actually so low, he's going to burn out. The TP's coming back at Queen of Pain, looking towards Matumberman, and he's actually going to go down. Matumberman just hits like a truck, but the doppelganger Matumberman can't TP out in time. And Mind Control, trapped with no mana, completely surrounded. And he'll lose his life as well. They at least forced Wings off the top lane, but the melee racks was already taken by Wings.
I'm not sure if that was the right play by Liquid. I'm not sure if they could actually defend that top lane if they rotated their bottom heroes out, but going for the trade, I guess, was just an idea. It worked out a little bit, and at least they got some tier 3 gold in their pockets.
Yeah, they still went out there, I think, just because of the engage up at top. They weren't really going to be able to do anything. Their Lone Druid was still dead for 10 seconds, and that's the worst position when maybe you don't even need the best lasso just because you have so much move speed on your team plus the track, and your Queen of Pain is more or less unkillable if the Lotus Orb comes out at the right time.
They're going to try and start Roshan up. G-Rex is still saying just outside the pit, his swap will come back off cooldown, but they initiate over to G-Rex with the Orc on him. He can't really do much with the blinding light. The Necro needs to take it out. This fight for now, as Fada, he's still sitting inside the pit. His bear is the only thing really fighting in the front lines, and Kuro waiting in the fog of war. The Sonic Wave will connect. He BKBs up, but Wings see it, and they back out. There's no black hole opportunity, and they're just bailing. The TP out if possible. Mind Control may be left for dead. And in fact, that's exactly what happens. And now Wings, do you want to get Mom? The Tubberman is exactly that. The BKB is up, and his TP out. No, you ain't getting away.
And now Wings just want to fight right outside the Roshan pit, taking 3 heroes. Yes, they do not have good Roche taking heroes, but they can do it with such a big numbers advantage with confidence now.
They lost their gem as well during that fight. Now, and it's a PL on the front lines, Aegis as well as Heart. Shadow will not want to leave this party. If he can keep that catapult up, they're going to be fine. And Liquid will be forced to try and do something. They keep him back so far. He just wants to BKB and go and be Mind Control, initiating over on the Batrider. He's still stuck in position, but now with the Sonic Wave, hits so hard. Kuro and Mind Control, they're forced back. back inside their base. The PL wants to go for more. There's Illumina just allowing the Queen of Pain to stay on the front lines. Remember, all this time, the Rax is still being chipped away. Liquid, they can't defend it. They're going to lose another side lane of Rax here.
Yeah, I think there's nothing like Liquid are going to try and heal up, and Curl goes back in with a TP, but he still doesn't find the positioning for the black hole.
No, he couldn't. He got orchided up instantly, and well, Blinding Light pushed back too. But a single opportunity being given here to Team Liquid by Wing.
Same thing, like how could they possibly do that? If we just keep throwing illusions at them, they're never going to be able to find this. The range rank is eventually going to go down, and sometime soon, maybe they'll even back up for Roshan, but until then...
There it is. The Falstaff into the swamp, and it's on PL. He just doppelgangers away. The Blinding Light pushing Jirax closer so they can get the last two. Finally, the stalemate is broken with the Illumina. Jirax, he is going to go down. The main charge keeps him up a little bit longer as well. The 6 charges, but finally, the VS is down, but Eyesight, caught by Matumman, came in through the rear, inflicted the damage, and now Faith also a very unhealthy. Matumman gets himself a double kill. Kuro's waiting for a net. He is, and the black hole. They need PL to die, and will they get it? He's not dead yet. The Warriors on. He'll doppelganger away, but finally, the pump will be there. But the buyback right now, the money will allow Wing to just roll down the mid lane. No buyback for the Beastmaster, no buyback for the VS.
They know all the big cooldowns are down. They know that Wings with the buyback on the Phantom Lance, that they can just go ahead and win this game right here, right now. Liquid have no chance to be able to stop it.
There it is, the jump in. Kuro won't survive much longer. Matumman needs more damage to come out, but what's he really got? He's going to get lanced up the bear. It's actually mana drained out. There's no resummon here for Fada. If he loses that, they lose the AC and the Radiance, basically half of their damage. Matumman again being initiated on. He's hoping this Disco Lightning Shield's going to save him, but right now he's dying to illusions. He can't even survive the fakeness of Wings. Back into the fountain. That's one way to do it, but Fada again caught out now on the bottom lane. Blinding Light, the swap out, but it's over. GG. Wings will take game number 1 in this best of 5 grand final against Team Liquid.
Wings came into this tournament through the Chinese qualifier. They were a team that was looked at as being strong yet underdogs against the tier 1s, and they've made it all the way here into the grand finals and have taken the first game against one of the Shanghai major finalists.
This is the first game that Liquid has lost this entire tournament, and they looked really out of sorts throughout this entire game. I thought for a second that they had the outdraft, but all of these micro engagements were just won by Wings over and over again, and Wings, they had almost no way to